Hi everyone, before you get started on your cookie clicker game this week, I want to talk to you really quickly about our focus for today, and that is going to be improving our user interface, okay? So our goal is to improve the appearance of a cookie clicker game. We're going to talk a little bit more about this in a moment. So if we take a look at our success criteria here, we've got last week's main goal was to use variables to create upgrades for our game. So if you're still working on that, that's something that you need to focus on this week. But then also our new success criteria this week is that I can develop an attractive user interface for my game, all right? So we'll talk a little bit more about what this is going to look like. So please remember that the first thing you should be doing is signing into your school account for Scratch. Your username is ADHS and your name, and then your password is name with capital letter 123. Once you get into Scratch, you can come up here to this little folder, and if you click here, this should send you to your stuff, and you should be able to find your work from last week here, okay? So we also, this week, have some video guides. So if you want to watch me go through the instructions step by step, you can control and click here. This is going to bring you to the entire playlist of videos on YouTube, okay? So this is going to have all of the videos in one place. But then you're also going to be able to find these videos in the top right-hand corner of the first slide of each step, okay? So when they're in dark green here, that's the first slide of each step, and it's going to have a little video guide link up here. So again, you just press Control and click on this link, and it'll open up in a new tab for you, okay? So let's run through today's to-do list really quickly, just remembering that some of these items are from previous weeks, okay? So I think we should all have our sprite uploaded or drawn by now. We should probably all have our variable that keeps track of our score as well. But then you might still be working on your CPS variable. That's your cookies per second variable. You could still be working on upgrades. And then today, we're going to be making changes to the user interface so it's more attractive, okay? So let's take a look at what this looks like. I'll also remind you that all of these slides here have visual instructions for each step, okay? So you can check these out if you need any help. But anyways, today we are going to be improving our interface, all right? And now the user interface of a program is everything that the user sees and interacts with in your program, okay? So sometimes coders call this the GUI, which is kind of a funny name, but it stands for Graphical User Interface, okay? Graphical excuse me, being like visuals, pictures, images, things that we see, things that we look at, okay? So our GUI, or our interface for our Scratch game, is everything that we see on the stage here, okay? So if I full screen my program here, this is my user interface, okay? Everything else back here, this is what we call the back end. This is all of our code. This is the stuff that our user, whoever's playing our game, they don't see this stuff, so we call it the back end. Whereas this is the front end or the interface, okay? So you'll notice that I've made a couple of changes to my user interface here. So when my mouse is hovering over my cookie, it gets larger. And then if you notice, when I get enough cookies to afford my upgrade is going to change colors, okay? Just like that. And then when I buy the upgrade and I can't afford it anymore, it changes colors again, all right? So I'm going to show you how to do this in the next few slides. You can take a look through the slides and just look at the picture instructions here, okay? Or you can watch the videos as well by clicking on the video guide in the top right corner of each slide here, okay? So I've given you a couple of different options for improving the interface. If you want to do something else, you can see if you can combine a few of these options that I'm giving you, or you can try something totally different on your own, all right? So I hope you have a great lesson today, guys. Off we go.